You think that these dating gurus and these dating experts are actually helping y'all out, but really they're actually making you more miserable and feeling stuck in life. If you are a TikTok person, if you're a person that goes on TikTok, recently there's been this girl who has been known for years now for basically being anti-marriage. She's literally telling women not to get married because she says marriage is a form of slavery. It only benefits the man, yada, 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 yada. She's just telling people not to get married. She's saying women don't get married. It's a waste of time. Lo and behold, a couple weeks ago, she is now engaged and now she's getting married. She's doing the exact thing that she's been telling thousands of people for the longest time not to do. And what I'm learning from this, and what we all should learn from this, is that you can't take advice from any and everybody, because most of these people on the internet that are so-called dating experts, dating gurus, or experts in business or expert in that, they're bitter. These people dealt with some kind of rejection. They dealt with some type of trust issues. They dealt with some kind of cheating, some type of hardship. They weren't picked. They weren't chosen. And because of that, they got triggered. And instead of them allowing themselves to process those feelings and heal those feelings, instead they let their ego get the best of them and their bitterness builds up within them. And instead of processing that, they decide to do what? Project. So they put on the TikTok videos. They put on the YouTube videos. And so you start to listen to this stuff because maybe you're going through a breakup, or you're going through a hard time, or you felt rejected, or you felt cheated on. And so you're listening to this stuff and they're fueling your ego. They're telling you, oh yeah, men ain't sugar honey iced tea. Women ain't sugar honey iced tea. Don't trust men. Men lie. Men cheat. Oh, women suck. They're gold diggers. All they want is money. They're validating your own bitterness. And so what you end up doing is you end up living a life and making decisions rooted in your own bitterness and not rooted in your own happiness. And then you wonder why dating is so hard nowadays. Then you wonder why dating is not genuine. Then you wonder why most people out here don't want to date. They don't want to put themselves out there. They don't want to connect with people because everyone has unhealed trauma that they're not willing to process. And if they took the time to process those things, everyone would feel more open. Everyone would feel more genuine. But instead, what they do is they suppress those feelings and they let their ego get the best of them. And so now they walk around in this bitterness. Now they're telling everyone, oh, don't date, don't get married, stay inside, be single. And lo and behold, most of the time, people who are doing that and telling you to do that and encouraging you to do that, they're probably miserable themselves because they want you to be miserable. Misery loves company. I say that all the time on my channel. When someone is miserable, when someone is bitter, the first thing that they want to do is they want to recruit people. They want other people to join in on their misery. They want other people to join in on their bitterness. They're going to recruit you. So what they're going to do, they're going to feed your ego. They're going to tell you, oh, it's their loss. Oh, you deserve better. Oh, you know men cheat and lie. Oh yeah, you know women, they gold diggers. They're just going to use you for money. And so then you start to feel validated. And so then you start to like their stuff, share their stuff, buy their merch, buy their courses, buy this, buy that. And so what you're doing is you're fueling your own bitterness because they fuel your bitterness with their bitterness. And so I need a lot of us, when it comes to these so-called gurus, when it comes to these so-called experts, start to think a little bit more. Start to be a little bit more logical. Because nowadays, when I really take the time to tap into my true self, I listen to some of these gurus and I'm like, who hurt you, man? Who hurt you, girl? That's the first thing that comes to my head, because I'm like, the way that you are talking is rooted in hatred. It's not rooted in genuine advice. It's not rooted in your heart space. It's not rooted in wisdom. It's not rooted in your soul. It's not rooted in God. It's rooted in hate. You hate someone and now you hate anyone that looks like that person. But I want y'all to realize, just because two different people have something in common doesn't mean that they are similar. Just because you have two men, those men is bad, doesn't mean that the other man is bad just because they're both men. Just because you got two women and one of them is not a good person doesn't equate the other woman being not a good person just because she's a woman. Just because someone has something in common doesn't mean that they are similar. It doesn't mean that they're the same. Every single day, we all hate being stereotyped. I know we all hate being stereotyped. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, what your gender is, what your religion is, what your sexual orientation is. We all hate being stereotyped. We all know what the stereotypes are of who we are. For example, I am a Black woman. There's a lot of stereotypes when it comes to Black women. Black women are known for being angry. Black women are known for being aggressive. Black women are known for being ghetto, being loud, being obnoxious, being argumentative, being just wanting to fight, wanting to throw hands, being ghetto, da 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 da. All these different stereotypes. And yes, I will meet people who from the get-go don't like me because they already have the stereotype built within themselves about me. And it sucks because you don't know me for me. You're not even taking the time to get to know me. So if you know that you hate stereotypes, you hate when people stereotype you, how do you think other people feel when you're stereotyping them out of your own bitterness? Those people who stereotype me because I'm a Black woman probably had bad experiences with Black women. So every time they meet me, they're not gonna like me because of their own personal experiences. But I have nothing to do with that. I am not those women. Yeah, we both might be Black. Yeah, we both might be women. But just because we have something in common doesn't mean that we are the same person. We are not the same person. And so the fact that there's people out here like that who don't even want to take the time to create their own opinions, they're stuck in their own biases. That is why the dating market is trash. That is why our generation, our society is trash. That's why everybody just wants to be a hermit nowadays. Because why would we do that when we deal with constant bitterness? We're dealing with constant biases, constant stereotypes. And it's a horrible feeling to have. It's a horrible experience to have. And that's why I want people to wake up to these so-called dating gurus, these dating experts, because y'all, they are just stereotyping. And their stereotyping is rooted in what? Bitterness. These people are hypocritical. They're telling you not to get married. They're telling you to hate all men. They're telling you to hate all women, but deep down on the inside, the things that they're telling you not to do, they want to do. They're telling you, oh yeah, treat women bad, treat them real bad. You know, those red pill podcasts, they're telling you, oh yeah, women are objects. Women ain't no good. But deep down on the inside, you know what they want? They want a woman to love them. I've literally seen multiple S workers online talking about this. Men are now paying them thousands of dollars to tell them how much they love them, to tell them how much they miss them. There's men out here paying for that. But yet they're the same men that'll get on the internet and say, oh, women are trash. Women don't mean anything. I hate all women. But yet you want to be loved by a woman. So instead of processing your own hatred, your own bitterness, you just want to project. You want other people to join in on you and say, oh yeah, women suck. You want people to join in and boost your ego. But really deep on the inside, what it is that your inner child wants to be loved by a woman and you never felt loved by a woman. So now you just hate all women. And it's the same thing for the opposite sex. It's the same thing. When a woman is like, oh, I hate all men, men suck, men cheat, men lie, don't date men. Deep down the inside, they more than likely want a man. They want to be loved, but they're going to tell you not to date men, not to spend time with men because they've been hurt, because they are bitter. I'm making this video because I just want to share my thoughts about these so-called dating gurus, these so-called dating experts, if you will, dating coaches, whatever you want to call them or whatever they call themselves. I want y'all to start thinking more for yourselves when these videos come up on your feed, when these so-called people are giving you advice, when these so-called people are giving you expertise on certain things. Start to use your logic, start to use your brain, start to really sit there and listen and think about what these people are saying and ask yourself, is this advice rooted in good intentions or is it rooted in bad intentions? Because I promise you a lot of the advice I'm seeing on the internet, it's rooted in bitterness. I literally will see videos of people telling people, oh, don't bother making friends. Every friend that you're going to meet is going to make you jealous. Every friend that you have is just going to be jealous of you. They're going to be envious of you. There's no need to make friends. And so they're telling you to be a hermit. And then you're going to take that advice because of your own bad experience with one friend. But if you sit there and close the door to all friends that you can make because of one friend, where's the logic in that? Where's the rationality in that? That makes no sense. I'm going to cut off all connections of making friendships because I had bad experience with one person. I'm going to cut off the potential of me being in a loving relationship because I had a few bad experiences with the opposite sex. Make it make sense. So start to think more clearly when these people get on your page and telling you, oh, you need to do this, or you need to do that, or you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that. Do what you want to do. Think logically. Think about, what do I want? What do I desire? And if it doesn't align with whatever they're saying, block them. Because I promise you, most of what these people are saying is not rooted in genuine honesty and truth. It's rooted in, I hate the world. I hate myself. So think more logically before you take on the advice of these bitter people in the world.